Hello, it's me, Bella the Steak and Butter Gal. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a beautiful day. Today, I'm going to be showing you what I eat in a whole week. So first, tonight's meal, I'm having a new recipe. So this is something that was inspired by a dish that I grew up eating. That's right, another Chinese recipe. It's called 鸡蛋牛肉 or 炒鸡蛋牛肉, which is basically stir-fried egg beef. So this is a very simple, basic comfort food, actually of Cantonese origin. And I grew up eating this. My mom could whip it up in less than 5 minutes, serve it to us, and we would all be happy. Obviously, she would always serve it over rice, but the ingredients are just as basic as it always is with my recipes. We're gonna need ground beef and eggs. That's it. Traditionally, 鸡蛋牛肉 is made with thinly sliced beef rather than ground beef. So if you would like to make it the traditional way, I suggest you go with thinly sliced flank steak, or if you want it super tender and juicy, chuck steak. As simple as this dish is, the timing and heat is everything. So this is why I'm cooking the ground beef first, and I'm making sure that the ground beef, or whatever beef you're cooking, is about 90% cooked through before I spill in the eggs. This is quite similar to the egg drop meatball soup in that the egg mixture that we pour in is going to be barely cooked. For this dish, it's special because the egg scramble is so softly cooked that it's still shiny. It gives this gloss and this shininess to the dish, and we want to preserve that. And by cooking the eggs lightly with barely any heat will do the trick. So make sure that you lower the heat once the eggs are in the pan, and you start pushing the eggs lightly from the outside to the middle to prevent it from overcooking. This is the finished product. As you can see, the eggs are still very shiny and glossy, while the ground beef is completely cooked through. This is what makes it so perfect. We get very tender cooked through beef while the eggs are still very delicately scrambled. So this is quite similar to the egg drop meatball soup, except it's kind of a deconstructed version. Now at this point, my mom would top it off with some chopped scallions, but because I'm a carnivore and I don't believe in plants as food, we're gonna eat this as is. Bravo. Okay, so here is tonight's dinner. I'm going to be trying the other Wagyu ground beef that Jeanette so kindly gifted me. So we're going to be cooking this whole thing. I have no idea how much this is, but either way, I'll be indulging in, again, a whole brick of Kerrygold butter. This is my last brick. So we're all done here. This looks like about a pound of ground beef. This definitely won't be enough, even if I ate this whole thing of butter. So I think I will be having some boiled eggs on the side if I'm still hungry, but I'm just gonna eat this right now. Hope you guys are doing well on this dairy-free journey with me. Comment down below what you've been eating lately, being dairy-free and being high-fat if you prefer high-fat. Okay, so I'm all done cooking. Let's give this second type of Wagyu ground beef a try. Okay, so for tonight, I had the ground beef egg mixture. Looks so good. And right now we're watching, what is this called? American Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
Woo! And he just passed, so we're rooting for this dude. He seems like a pothead though. And while I watch, I'm just munching on some wild sardines. Guys, this is my first time ever trying it. I keep seeing comments under my YouTube videos that I need to try wild sardines. So I got some canned wild sardines from Whole Foods, and this is amazing because it's in water and there's no salt added. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so excited. I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna taste. Have you tried wild sardines, babe?
Yep.
What does it taste like?
I don't know. I don't like them.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna like it. But...
Can you help me film this? I'm gonna open it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna open this can. I actually kept it in the fridge for about an hour. Ooh. Mmm. Smells like tuna. Okay, hopefully I don't spill.
You better not.
Gosh.
Should have worked out.
What do you mean should have worked out? Whoa! Do you see that? I didn't know it's like whole fish. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about this. It does not look very appetizing. This is what it looks like. I'm sorry it's so dark, but we like to watch Ninja Warrior in the dark. It smells very pleasant. It's good. No, it's good. It just tastes like steamed fish.
I don't think your face agrees with you.
No, I need to get used to it. Why is it that the texture is like almost crunchy? The flavor is good, but I'm not sure how I like cold cooked fish. I think the fins and the bones are still intact. I'm just glad that it doesn't taste super fishy. It's actually really good.
Okay.
So my thoughts on sardines. At first, the smell was quite off-putting, especially when I opened the can for the first time. The smell just came whooshing out into my nostrils and I was like, oh my gosh, that is fishy. But once I got used to the smell, the taste, I must say, is extremely naturally salty for fish. So if you're craving for something salty, instead of reaching for the cheese, try some unsalted sardines. I'm sure it'll hit the spot. So overall, I would say the taste is quite pleasant. I just couldn't really eat it very fast and I had to eat tiny bites at a time, which is good for me. But I was very interested in incorporating it for the amounts of vitamin D, calcium, phosphorus, and of course protein that this food offers. I would love to know your thoughts on sardines. Comment down below. Alrighty, for day 4, I am going to be tasting the 3 different wild game Jeanette hunted and gifted me. So we have venison, antelope, and elk. So it is official. We have the 3 different wild game ground beef all laid out, ready to be tried. This one is the elk. This is the antelope. This is the venison. And it's so funny because this was the leanest when I was cooking it, barely any fat. This one had quite a bit more fat, this antelope, and the venison had the most fat. So it would be really interesting just to see if I can taste the difference in fat content between these 3 different types of meats. So again, I have to thank Jeanette, Land to Table Gal, for gifting me these 3 ground beef packets that she hunted, by the way. She hunted all 3 of these animals, and I just feel so grateful and excited to try it. Okay guys, I'm so ready to try it for the first time. Let's do the elk first, and I'm just gonna be, picking up pieces and trying, reviewing, and comparing. Hope that's okay with you guys. I don't have like a cute setup or layout because I don't really have a good location in the house to film with good lighting besides the kitchen. It's so funny that the kitchen has the best lighting. Okay, let's start with the elk, the leanest meat that I noticed when I was cooking. It is very lean. There's no gamey taste. There's no strange aftertaste at all. To be honest, it tastes like a blend of chicken and turkey. It has a blend of red meat mixed with white meat. Very lean though. Let's cleanse the palate with some butter. Let's try the antelope right here. Ooh. That aftertaste really hit. So the aftertaste Wow, it's so complex. So I get a little bit more gaminess in the antelope. It tastes smokier than the elk. I'm not good at describing meat flavors. All I know is that it tastes good. But let me have some more of the antelope. That has a very deep and intense flavor. Tastes a lot like beef, yes, but it has a smoky hint with a kick of gaminess. I prefer antelope over the elk. That's really good. Okay. Oh, gotta do a little butter cleanse for the palate. Butter smirk. Okay, last but not least, we have some venison. Wow. Okay, so that, right off the bat, it tastes aged, like blue cheese flavor profile mixed in with the meat. Whew, that is funky. That definitely has a funky taste. Okay, so I just double checked. The elk is from 2015, so the elk should be super, super aged. The antelope is from 2020, and this venison is from 2019. So super interesting how these meats taste so different. Wow, it's also juicier and fattier. Okay, let's just do a side-by-side taste comparison one more time because I need a little bit of time to digest and process the different flavor profiles. Elk, super lean, tastes like chicken blended with turkey blended with beef. Antelope, delicious. It's just so, it's so juicy and the flavor is right up my alley. Just enough of that red meat beefy flavor with a kick of smokiness. Love it. And this is the venison. Very gamey, quite funky tasting, like super aged. My favorite is definitely the antelope, but I love all three, and I'm definitely going to be eating all of it right now with a whole stick of butter. Delicious. So thank you again to my dear friend Jeanette for allowing me the opportunity to try wild game for the first time. And yes, I ate it happily in bed. So for today's meal, I'm having 2 pounds of ground beef, and I actually have the Costco Kirkland brand. This is 2 pounds because I'm super hungry today. And we're gonna finish off the Trader Joe's pasture-raised eggs. It's beautiful. And I'm currently melting a whole big chunk of butter in the pan. And I'm gonna be cracking all of these eggs in here. By the way, I must say I prefer the Costco beef to the Trader Joe's beef, but these eggs are amazing. And this is the Trader Joe's butter. Alrighty, the eggs are in the pan and I'm just gonna let them cook sunny side up tonight. I've been really loving sunny side up, probably because these Trader Joe's eggs are so delicious, like so delicious. Also, can we just appreciate this beautiful golden deep orange color? Just let me darken that. Ooh, look at that. So when I cook sunny side up eggs, I always keep an eye on them just so I can make sure that the egg whites are fully cooked. As you can see, I puncture holes occasionally just to make sure all of the egg whites are cooked while all of the egg yolks are still very raw. You see how raw that is? So I feel like puncturing holes will help a ton with making sure the egg whites cook thoroughly while preserving the nutrients in the yolks. And this is on low heat. It's just sizzling because I put a ton of butter. I think it's about done. Maybe I should move the spatula. Okay, are you ready? Hopefully I can do it with one hand. Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. Dun dun dun.
Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. Dun dun dun.
Wow, that is what I call a carnivore meal for the gods.